Ema akama akama. I am the good shepherd. Elike like 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 like. As the higher land is speaking, as the higher land is speaking on the internet, as the higher land is speaking on conferences, to convince my children there is no God. I am also speaking. I am also speaking through my children. I am speaking right now through my daughter to also convince my children there is God on the surface of the earth. Elima ayakama, every good gift and blessing cometh from the King of glory. Elima ayeke pose ema. My children are created on the surface of the earth. Ema aya, they will hear the voice of the good shepherd. You will hear the voice of the good shepherd. You will hear the voice of the good shepherd, the King of glory, calling you to come. Malia, you will turn your back on the voice of the hireling. The voice of the hireling is speaking, there is no God. The voice of the hireling is saying, money is your God. Emma, the voice of the hireling is saying, money is your God. And the voice of the good shepherd is saying, the King of glory is your God. Emma, Ayekema, Ali. And I know, man, there's so many youths, so many you will sign up that God is God. Emma, at the end of the day, Maliaka, the agenda of evil will not be actualized. The agenda of evil will not be actualized on the surface of the earth. The King of glory is responsible. In 2025, I will be destroying the agenda of evil. Ema akama leke leke lipo selima ayeke ma aka. Ema ayeke po selima ayeke ma akama aye. I will be altering the agenda. Elima ayema ayeke po se. I will be revealing their secret ahead of time. Elima, I will be warning my children ahead of time. Elima ayeke po se ema akama akama. Ema kapo leke like po selima aye. Ema, the youth is the target. Ema, in this agenda, the youth is the target. Elima ayeke po, because in the society, Elima ayeke po, the youth have been caught up. Ema aye, for the weight of nations. The youth are not involved in the affairs of nations. Elima ayekema, the youth have been put backward. Ema aye, that is why the youth are vulnerable. The youth is their target. Ema, the youth has the energy. The youth has the energy. The youth can take a risk to do whatever they ask them to do to make this money. The youth have the capacity, the energy to recruit other youth. And the youth are vulnerable because the youth are poor. Elima ayeke pose elima ayeke ma. The youth are not brought into the governance of nations. Ema ayakama ale, and that is why the youth is their target. Elima ayeke po, because the youth are facing so many hardship. Ema akama. Elima ayeke po se emale. They will offer attractive benefit to this youth to believe there is no God. The agenda and their aim. The agenda and their aim is to believe, to successfully make the youth to believe there is no God. And what the youth believe there is no God, their name will wipe up Malia Kapo from the book of life. Elima Ayeka, and they can never be raptured. Emma, when the arrival of the master comes, the youth cannot be raptured. Elima, bless you to be raptured. Elima akama. Mali kelike pot. They want to successfully make people believe there is no God. And these youth will go out to recruit other youth to tell them there is money. Money is their God. Ema ayekema alepo selima ayekema. This is where occultism is going to. The next occultic phase of occultism, this is where the agenda is. This is the nature. This is the nature. It will be as if it's a conference. It will be as if it's an organization. It will be as if it's a meeting. It will be as if there's no ritual. But this is the next. This is where what they will use to capture the youths. This is where the next initiation will be going on. This is the nature of the initiation. This is the nature of recruiting of so many youths into the occult kingdom. Elima ayekepo, this is where they will trap them. Ema, this is what they will use to trap the youth. Elima aye, so many youths have already known other traps, and so many youths have been warned against them. And so many youths are dodging those traps. And so many youths are not responding to those other traps. But they have devised other means. They have devised this particular means. They call it conference. They call it association. They call it organization that make you wealthy, that make you rich. Emma, but the focus and the intention of this organization to successfully make the youth to curse God, to make the youth to believe there is no God, to make the youth to believe that money is a God. In that process of making them to believe that money is a God, they will ask them to sign up that money is a God. They will ask them to sign up there is no God. And they will use that opportunity to recruit this youth into their occult kingdom. It's actually an initiation. It's actually demonic. It's not physical meeting. It's demonic. All the personas are satanic agents dressed up in suits. Emma are here to convince you there is no God, to convince you that money is God, to convince you there is nothing there, it's just to make money. Malia kapo to deceive the youth. Ema ayekema ayema akapose. Elima alima alima. Those my children that will hear my voice. The sheep that will hear my voice, they will hear my voice. They will listen to my voice. They will boycott that meeting. They will boycott that link. They will not click that link.